Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, guys. How are you guys doing? I am so excited to see you today. I'm Celine, the community manager for Effect House, and with me, I have Melody.
Hello, everyone. I'm an interactive engineer. Yeah, so glad to join us again.
Melody, just before when we were getting ready for the live, you showed me something so cuddly and cute. Do you think
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
share it with the live?
yeah. Okay, everyone, prepare to say hello
Oh
to
my
Papa.
That's so adorable. And Melody told me a special, unique feature about this panda. It's that you can tilt it to any angle, and its eyes will always be looking at you.
So Papa is say hello from this angle, from here, from this, and let's have
This,
another. You see, it's always looking at
yeah,
you.
it is super realistic and adorable. Now I'm personally sad that I don't have a panda. I might need to go make an effect using our new fur material and have it look at me.
Actually, I have something similar idea. I just thinking like if our pet tracking can also recognize like a panda face. So if I can like try to make a sticker based on her, based on Hua. Yeah, I haven't really tried
You're
that
saying
totally.
we have panda tracking?
I hope they have. Yeah, let me try if the pet's tracking working on her. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And I know it's a doll, but like the way you are holding it right now, it looks so comfortable on you. Like it
Mhm.
legit looks like you have a panda. I
Baby.
absolutely love it. In
Yeah, so they make this like a baby panda exactly the same weight, the same size as like a 3 months baby panda, exactly the same. Yeah,
what?
and
That is
I think yeah, and she's pretty famous in China. I mean, like a kind of like a superstar, because she's so cute. Yeah, her name is Hua Hua.
oh, Mama. Now we definitely need to make an effect. Definitely.
Good, good. And yeah, she will stay with me and have the live with us together. Yeah, I will put her like
Yay! She's our best live helper. Speaking of, today we have an amazing session ready for you guys. It is the Magic 2D window template. Melody's going to let us know, teach us how we can use this template to create a super awesome effect. But before going in, we have some awesome effects that we've brought. We've handpicked these effects because we thought it was very inspiring. I love the usage of it. So, Carol, who's running our stream, will now transition us to the sample videos. The first one is created by a creator called cans.trkmn. I will put their handle in our YouTube live link. But do you guys know that viral song like, she's a devil, she's a bad little bee, I'm a rebel, or it's a new Doja Cat song and it's called Paint the Town Red. And this effect is also Paint the Town Red. So I think they've received some inspiration. But if you actually move around, you can see that there's like a skull inside, which is incredible. This is so fantastic. A little spooky, perfect for Halloween that's coming up. Speaking of, I went to Universal Studios Horror Night. I entered the park I think at like 6:30 and I didn't leave until 2:30 a.m. It was a blast and now that really put me in the Halloween mood. It's getting a little chilly here. I'm wearing full sleeve sweaters, so fall has this trough came to us, but that was an amazing effect that gave us a little spooky vibe for the fall. Next up, the effect is called Text Screen by Miguel Diaz Official, but it is so cool. It looks like you have a bunch of text and they put a different color behind it. So if you put your face on it, it changes. It kind of looks like a negative sign as well, or like an x ray vision as well. So I thought it was super cool. And Melody have us demoing both of these wonderful effects. Love seeing her face. So, yeah, without further ado, I think we should get into the tutorial. Um, I see Haley Catpaws is joining our live. Thank God your phone has sent a notification because I am personally very excited to see you. And I see Kareem in the chat says hi. We also have a poll going on saying, have you published an effect with a Magic 2D window template before? I want to know right now. Yes is winning with 59%. We already have 22 votes. That's incredible. Okay, let's move on to the tutorial. Take us away, Melody. And
Okay.
what's her name again? The panda name?
Oh, Hua Hua. It's got a
Haha.
little flower. Yeah. Hua, yeah.
Melody and Haha, take away the tutorial.
Cool, cool. Okay. For you, just if you just joined, Hua Hua is saying hi to you. Okay, I'm gonna start my live. Yeah. So, okay, today we're gonna introduce like how to use our Magic 2D window. The reason why we give it like a name Magic because we wanted to highlight the contrast between the like inside window effect and the outside effect. So here, I think it's still under our recommend category, or you can go to our screen category to find the magic window there. Okay, it's opening, opening, opening. Okay, cool. Here we have our Magic 2D window open there. And yeah, as usual, I'm gonna like introduce how to use our template, and next about like how to customize it, and also like some behind the thing or like some logic about making this template. Let's get started. So first is about how to use this template. As I mentioned, the main goal for us to making this one is trying to make the strong contrast, like a contrast between the inside window and the outside, like a real camera effect there. So for this one, if you open the template, we actually setting some interactions for you to try this one. So here, you can take a look, we toggle the changing the texture when you tap on the screen. So you can try when you tap on the screen, you see it will changing this window shape. So this is the one of the interaction we set up there. And if you don't want it to this interaction happen, like when you tap on the screen, it changing this window texture, we can turn off this one. So when you tap it again, it won't changing. It will always keep as the first one. And this is kind of like the texture array. So which means when you turn on this one, it will make the changes in terms of this order. So the first one will always be the cracks mask shape, and the second will be the ellipse, the circle one, and then will be this drops in the rectangle and splash. So it's changing in this texture order. But if you turn off this one, it will always stay as the first cracks shape there. Okay. And if you noticed, actually, we also add interaction. It will moving along with your drag on the screen. So here, this is the toggle to control this interaction because now it's on. So if I drag on the screen, this magic window will move with my drag. Yeah, but if you want it to always stay on that area, so you can turn off this one. So now it will stay in the default position, which is the center of the screen. Okay, so that is a part about this template function setting there, and how you could use it, and some like a simple customization about like changing the shape of the window, or drag it to move around. So you could also like go inside this subgraph to take a look of it, or for the customization, because for example here we provided several different window shape there. It's actually like a PNG texture. So if you wanted to do customization about your window shape, you could just use Figma or Photoshop to make this image. And when you make the image, so be prepared for the window side, the part of the inner window side will keep use the white, and for the outside, we will keep it transparent, which means the alpha will be zero. So that is the key to make the tell the differences between the outside and the inside part. That is the key to prepare your own customized window shape. Yeah.
Melody, I have a
Mhm.
very fun question.
Uh-huh.
what if instead of a static image, you put a texture sequence? Does that mean the shape will blob and move?
Yeah, I think so. So when we do this, like you can apply so here, this is the window material. And you see like for the mask texture, you can put the animation sequence in here. Yeah.
Wow,
And
that might be a awesome look.
so yeah, remember like the second demo we just showed you, like I think the creator is actually applying some animation sequence to that window, and actually she's using the use the text to making that like a sequence there. So that is the magic things happen there. Yeah, definitely you can try to use animation texture. I didn't prepare the like animation texture here, so probably can't really demo it here. Yeah, but it will work. Yeah, it will work for using the animation sequence. Yeah, feel free to try that. Okay, any more question about that part? Okay, if not, let's go inside like kind of like a breakdown about this effect. So as you can see, we have like a group of the inner post effects. And inside it, we actually like prepared like three different post effects. This is the X-ray, and you can try the other two effects we prepared for you. This is the simple pop art one. So you can see, let me enable this one to make it move around. So if you wanted to see the effect applying on the whole screen, you should go to like that post effects and find the camera there and trying to make it render to the final render output. Okay, so here you can see this is how it looks like when we apply this post effect to the whole image. And I mean, when you do some testing or making your own post effect, you can try to see how it looks like when it apply on the whole screen, and then like render the result to the inner post effect render texture, and bring this mask back. Okay, so that is for simple pop art. And the next one is a classic black and white. Yeah. So feel free to try this like three post effects we prepared for you, and you will see like how it works there. And also one more thing. So the core logic behind this example is about mixed the inner effects with the outside like a raw camera effect, right? And we do that all in this material. We call it like a window material. So if you go to the setting of this window material, we actually did like a lerp function. So I also made a like a graph to introduce the logic behind it. So actually, like for the inner effect, we created a render texture, which is kind of like a container to or like a canvas to hold the effect that rendering like the inner like a post effect there. We call it the inner post effect render texture RT. So you see like on this top corner, top left corner, this is the part we are holding like all this inner post effect. This is the canvas there. And we have a second canvas. This is the canvas holding the raw camera input. And what we're trying to do is like when we compile them together, there is a logic like how we compile them together. And we use the lerp function. So what is the lerp function? Lerp function is like making a calculations between this like a first input and second input. Excuse me. So, for example, like if this the weight we have is how do you say, if the weight input is like a one, So here is the function to calculate the result. So if the input of the weight is 1, then the result will totally be like a B, like the camera input. But if the weight will be 0, so from the calculation, actually the result will totally looks like the inner post effect RT. But if we make the weight as the the mask image and using the alpha to make it as the weight, so which means, so for example, like this is our like a mask texture, and we have like a star shape in there, and outside the star shape is all being transparent, which means the alpha will be 0, and inside the star the alpha will always be 1. So then if you like applying the calculation there, for example, I have a dot on the screen, like for example, this is the dot on the screen. So the result on this position, then it will be the raw camera because the weight is equal 0. So actually, oh, sorry, if this is equal to 0, then the result will be the like inner post effect. And inside this star, if the alpha is 1, then actually the result will be the camera input. I'm sorry, I probably like just these two images should be like a reverse. So up part it will be the camera input. This second B will be like inner post effect. But you will get the idea of it. So we're just taking the alpha of this mask, and when the alpha is 0, it will always like show the like a camera input. But if the alpha is 1, it will show the inner post effect. So that is the basic logic and the core logic behind this effect. And we can take a look of in here. So this is exactly like what I just mentioned about here. We have this camera input as A, and we have this inner post effect render texture as input B. And we use this lerp function. And you see for the lerp function, we have the weight there, right? And the weight value is like we used the mask alpha as the input of the weight value. So for example, we are at this organic drops mask. So you see inside the like at the white area, the alpha is equal to 1. So which means we're taking this like inner post effect. It will show like exactly the inner post effect, but outside it, it will show the like camera input texture there. Yeah. So for example, if we just taking the weight here, when it's equal 0, you see it will take this like a totally camera input texture. But if we like make the weight 1, which means the whole screen, it should be like the inner post effect there. Yeah. And let's put it back with the alpha here. Okay, cool. Do we have any question about this part? And actually, this is the main logic behind it. If you're learning how to use like a lerp, that's a huge step to using like a material editor. Yeah.
No questions from the chat at the moment, but I was very surprised that you could use the lerp in this way because I've only used it in visual scripting to make the transition like a smooth movement, but I didn't know you can lerp the textures to make it into a result. So great learning. I loved learning the technical aspects behind that.
Yeah, I mean, material editor is really like a magic tool. I'm also like a keep learning, so hope that we can share the knowledge there. Yeah, and lerp is a really helpful tool for using. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that is kind of like the logic behind the whole effect there is making a lerp between the camera and the inner post effect. Okay, and after we know about that, actually for the inner post effect, we cannot limit it to only like the whole screen effect, but we could just like we can add in like more things there. For example, we can apply like a makeup or any other effect inside this part. Let me let me make a like a quick things. And by the way, I really love using our like asset studio. It's kind of like a main tool to create like assets there.
I know
Uh,
it is fantastic. I was actually talking with Xinyu, and she was working on a project, and she was designing a game. And I was like, "This asset is so good. Did you ask the design team to produce assets for you?" And she's like, "No, I got it from the asset studio." And I was like, "What?
I know,
That's
yes.
incredible."
Yeah, that is so helpful. So, Celine, did you
Speaking
have any prompt idea about generating like maybe a Halloween makeup or something dramatic? Did you have any prompt
Ooh,
idea?
Frankenstein, panda.
A
Let us
panda?
know, guys. Put it in the chat what we should make for Halloween. So put it in
Uh,
the comments.
okay, maybe let me just try one, and we can have other idea later. Yeah, maybe I'm thinking like maybe a dramatic, like a neon. I like purple Halloween makeup.
Hmm.
Let's see how the result turns out. Hope it will surprise me. Generating. Oh, not bad.
Oh,
Hmm. Okay, which one should we choose?
I
Uh,
like the one on the bottom right corner, like the fourth
this
one.
one.
That one is a whole full face. But let us know.
Yeah, and looks
Put
like a
numbers in the
Joker.
chat.
Yeah.
If you like the first one, the left top corner one, that's one. The one to the right of it is number two. The one diagonal under it is three. And the one that Melody has checked right now is four.
Or if you have any prompt idea, yeah, let us know.
Yeah. Haley Catpaws has written a suggestion, pumpkin with cute
Mm-hmm.
eyes or bat cat. I think that's so fun. Brett says robot rabbit with evil
Pumpkin.
eyes and vampire choppers. Oh my gosh.
Okay. Let's take it one by one. So, what is the first one? Pumpkin one.
Pumpkin with cute eyes.
Okay. And do we have some like a domain color there? Like what kind of the color of the
Orange.
face? Orange. Okay, orange with orange makeup.
Actually, if you guys are interested in seeing another project use Asset Studio, yesterday night we did a live with one of our ambassador Thomas, and he
Wow.
taught us how to create a tap tap cat effect. So if you're interested in learning how to do that, go check it out. But oh my gosh, look at these prompts.
Okay. Pick one.
The second one is my favorite. It literally looks like a pumpkin.
I
Oh my
know.
gosh.
Okay, let's try this one. And we can try another later. Okay, so after I just choose that one and import it. And I think it will, yeah. So the great things of that, it will actually help to package into like a prefab. So instead of like making a setup makeup by yourself, you could just drag it into the thing. Here we go.
Great job, guys, for coming up with an awesome prompt. Next up, we're gonna do robot rabbit with evil eyes because I really want to see that.
Oh,
Oh
wow. It looks
wow! Look at
nice.
that! Look at that!
Oh, that looks nice. Okay, cool. So let's try to make it just happening inside the magic window. What should we do?
Hmm.
Okay, so first we need to make it like a render on the inner post effect render texture. Okay, so you see something already happened there. Let me make it stick with this ellipse. So you see, actually, it happens there.
Oh wow! Yeah, you
But
can totally
problem,
see it.
yeah, yeah. Oh, let me see. Okay, actually, I think there, I remember there is a classic effect that you split your like a screen, and when
Mhm.
people like on the left side, it looks the normal like a face there, but when they move there, it's just like a, put on your like a makeup there. Let's make something like
Oh,
that.
I totally remember that as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That one is so creative. So let me try that one. So we make this rectangle, use the rectangle as the mask.
Mhm.
And let's try to make it just be oops, half of the screen there.
Fill and cut. That's my favorite stretch mode recently. Fill
Only
and cut
channel.
is the best. Oh my
Hmm,
gosh.
1 second. Okay. Hmm? Wait one
While
second.
Melody is troubleshooting this, I wanted to show you guys that I was successfully available to add a animated texture to my projects. Carol, can you transition to my page for a sec? I don't know if we are at my page yet. Somebody please let me know when we are. Okay, perfect. So look, I've added this animation texture. If you look at it, it's a wiggly blob. I downloaded this from the internet. However, you can DIY your own projects using other programs as well. Just draw a little blob and make it a little different each time, and export all of those as a PNG sequence, and then you'll have a blobbing animation sequence. I think this is so funny because I also imagine you can do a Halloween effect and it's like a cauldron and it's bubbling, or you can have a skull and maybe this moves with your face, so it always looks like you have x-ray vision, but the possibilities are endless. So I just wanted to show you guys that you can add an animation sequence. Okay, ready to go back to Melody.
Ah, it's pretty interesting. Like for example, if I used the post effect, let me see. Okay, so it's working on the post effect, right?
Whoa.
Yeah, so it's making like this one, and it's pretty interesting that when I trying to apply the mask there.
When I think we can also use the same mechanism. We did it with the post effects, but maybe we can put half-sided
Oh, okay,
makeup.
yeah.
So on this side, you have no makeup, but when you go like this, you have makeup. Or it could be Barbenheimer. I know that was a whole trend. This half side has Barbie effect, and that side has Oppenheimer. And when you go like this, you look like Barbie, and if you go like this, you look like Oppenheimer. The possibilities are endless. Now this is getting really, I'm getting really excited for this template. I think this might be one of my newest favorite template. Thank you, Melody, for inspiring us and telling us that we can use it in this way.
Cool, cool, no problem. I also got this idea during our live, and now I think it's working. So you see, I think something probably a little bit. You need to like refresh your effect, like when you making the like some transform of your mask there. Otherwise, it probably like activated in real time there. But here we go. So you see, you have an invisible like a mirror there, and when you turn like this part, it's just like give your mask.
Wow.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
so release your like creativity and trying to put on some makeup and using this effect and make something similar. Yeah.
This is fantastic. So, Melody, technically, with
Mhm.
this concept, can we do it so that we add a 3D model and it only shows in the part that's been masked?
Yeah, exactly. You're making the right point. So let's make a simple thing. If I add a cube there and make it just like let me.
I really love this system because all you have to do is drag it to different parts in the in the render group, and then you'll be able to have this effect be applied immediately. But what I was thinking when I came up with this idea, just with talking to Melody right now, is a spider. either a Spider-Man or a Superman effect because they are concealing their identities. But the Spider-Man has like his little heart curls and his cape, so it would be so cool if you could like pop out of the thing and then you'll be Spider-Man or Superman, and then you go back this way and then you're just a student. So I think that is a phenomenal, so funny idea. I love that.
Cool. Yeah. So technically, you can add any like a 3D inside the like just to make sure like the all your result render to this inner post effect RT, and you could like hide everything like from one side and show it on the other side. You see?
Wow. It could also, wait, I have another inspiration. This is so funny. It could be a magic trick effect. So people can say, I can make a pigeon come from thin air. I'm going to pull it out of this hat. And then the bottom part is masked. So when you move your hand, it tracks your hand and it
Oh,
looks like you're pulling out a pigeon.
wow, exactly. That's where the magic comes from. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Now I wish this was a reality because I just want to set a mask here and pull out things from thin air.
Oh, you know what? In the most recent the Spider-Man like across universe, there is a character named Spot. Um, so for that character, like a support, actually, like it's like there is all black holes on his body, and when he put everything like from the one black hole, there is the things will go outside from other black hole. So probably, yeah, yeah, probably you can try to use this one to do something similar. Yeah, maybe
Fun
like
idea.
hide something and then show it up on the other side. Yeah.
That's true because we even have hand segmentation now. So
Oh,
what if we put this mask so when you put the hand through, it cuts it off right here so you can't see the hand, but then you take the hand segmentation and pull it out from a different part of the screen so it looks like you have portals and you're going in and out of these dots.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think there are lots of possibilities there. Okay,
Talking with Melody, I just have so many inspiration.
there is one last thing I want to do. I want to test it with the makeup. Okay, not working on her. No, never mind. Okay. Yeah, I think that's all from today. Hope you're enjoy it. And do we have any questions about this part?
Goofy the Simba asked, "Hey, can you teach us how to use the tap to change?" Maybe they're asking about how we built the program so that it changes when you're tapping.
Okay, so for just for like a better user experience, we actually like a package the logic like into this subgraph. So if you just wanted to use how to do this tap on changing, you could just turn on this toggle, and every time you like you're pressing it, it will like changing the shape of that mask, and the you can make array. So here this is the array like holding all the shapes you wanted to change between or changing from. And so if you wanted to like customize your own like a mask there, for example, I think I prepared one. Yeah, okay, I have like a text.
Oh,
Yeah, I prepared one. So, for example, if you just import your own like mask, so remember for the part you wanted to show the inner effect, make it white, and for the outside, make it transparent. Yeah, and it's better to keep your like mask the same size, like a square. So, like when it, because if you want it to circle around, you don't want it to like the size to be resized, right? So that's why it's just a little tip trying to make the resolution be the same. So when it's like a changing between the masks there, the resolution will always keep the same. Okay, so we can try to use this fashion one.
mm.
Let us see. And the reason why I bring it here, because you see I add some like a purple color in here, right? So sometimes like if you wanted to apply the your mask color with your inside part. You can go to the material for the window material, and for this part, you could like make a combination between the window color and the inner side part color.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so here we go. We have this. One second. Let me just. Okay. So you see, it's kind of like a combination between that. Yeah, it will show the mirrors like own color. But if you just wanted the mask to be as a mask, but don't show its original color, you could just connect it the uh this like inner post as the color RGB. Yeah. So
Hmm.
yeah,
That's
and
cool.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, so that is a part like the basic usage about how to using the like a toggle to changing your like a mask shape there. Just import your own customized mask image and replace in this array. Yeah. Uh, I hope
I have
I answer
another.
your question.
I
Uh-huh.
think so. Amazing. And if you want to look at like specifically how this project was built so you can transition like Melody did just here, you can double click on the subgraph and you'll be able to zoom into the actual visual scripting. This is why I love visual scripting so much because you can like click into other people's projects and you can intuitively see, oh, this is how this project was built. So this is how you learn how to change textures in an array. But Melody, is there any way that we can make the mask be tracked with our face, like put it as a face sticker or um, a plane that's controlled by our head tracker?
I think so. So, for example, in here, we like toggle to drag the image around, right? So this is the where we control like the position of your magic window there. Okay, so if you go inside, so here, this is like we using the screen position to control. I know it's a little bit messy here. So to control the position of this like this magic window image, right? So if you wanted to make it like a tracking the face, so we could use like the uh wait, what is the no name? Like a face info, I think so. Yeah, so we could use the face info, and let me take a look. Okay, so it should be, so we can use the center position. This is where you're like the exactly your face position there, and you pick it, and actually the range between that is, I think this corner is 0, 0, and this corner is 1, 1.
I
Like
love this
we have
testing
different
strategy. Yes.
we have different like the dimensions for the on-screen one, so that's why I use this one this way to do the testing there. Okay, let's see. Yeah, okay, so we need to make a like a remap. uh, okay, so first split, and then can make a remap. So the range between that is a 1, 0 to 1, but for the screen, it should be -360 to 360. So this is how you're like make a calculation or remapping, because for your face position, if it is on the center, the position here is 0, 0. But for your screen image, if you put it here, it's actually also should, oh sorry, so for the face one, if you put it in the center, it's actually zero point 0.5 and zero point 0.5, but for your image the position is 0, 0. So that's why we do this remap to like transform this face position to the screen image position. And for the y, it's the similar things. It should be negative 64 and 64 into clamp. And then we compile them together, and then the output should be the screen image there. Okay, so let's see. Where should I put it? Let me see. Station. Okay, I think this is the place I should I put it here.
Melody, while you're working, think a lot of people are really interested in learning how to use Material Editor, but they
Mm-hmm.
want your advice on what's the best way to learn.
The best way, you mean like learn from like the basic knowledge or like uh
I
yeah,
think
I think like mm-hmm.
they want to learn how to use it or like build a project using Material Editor.
Okay, so for example, I think there are two best ways to use that or to learn that. So for example, we are start like to using material editor to implement it, some like customized material there. And I would say, for example, like this Magic 2D window, this window material is a really good example for exercise. And for myself, I don't like when I start learning something new. Sometimes I would just maybe like every time I would just pick like a one knowledge to learn and practice with that one knowledge. So, for example, like this time, like I introduced the lerp, and for the lerp, here I show you the calculation. It's about like for the lerp node, there is a input and b input and the weight. So the calculation behind that is like a b multiply the weight plus a multiply the one minus the my one subtract the weight there. So I would say like you can just learn about this one point and then make different changes and just try
Mm.
by yourself like what is the result. Sometimes like even I know this is so abstract to learn from the function, but if you're trying to like practice, for example, like just disconnect this part and trying to like type in the different value there and see the result, and you will get know about the idea and how it works there. So just start from like a really simple and like a once specific point, and keep practicing to understand about that node. And every time you just learn once, for example, like a blend or like the color transition between, like for example, HSV to RGB. This is the really common used one, or whatever, like some math logic there. Just starting from like every time just start from one knowledge there. And there is also a book I wanted to introduce. It's called like the Book of Shader. So yeah, I think it feels like the Bible for for every like a beginner users too, starting with the shader knowledge there. Yeah, but that one is free and it's really easy to understand.
Wow.
So yeah, I hope I could meet the author who wrote that like book and see my great thanks to him. Yeah,
Yeah.
because that is free. Right?
I think that is
Yeah.
absolutely fantastic advice. First of all, find a template or a project that is using Material Editor. Find one node and try to experiment with what that one node and see how things change and do it one by one. It's easy to get intimidated, especially if you have a whole new system with like lots of nodes. You're like, oh my gosh, I'm so intimidated. I have no idea how I'm going to learn it. But according to Melody's advice, the best way to is just go slow, Every time we'll learn one node together. Today, node of the day was lerp. Before, I think in one of the gaming tutorials by Projo AR Filters or Kasai, we learned about how we can use lerp to lerp between numeric numbers. So make it like a smooth transition or move distances. But today, we are learning about how to lerp between textures. So another good knowledge. Today's node of the day is lerp. Great job, you guys. We already started learning. We're going to get through the entire thing in no time. So don't worry and come back to the lives because we're going to teach you.
Cool, cool, awesome. Yeah. Uh, do we still get time, or maybe I can just like implement it like some the tracking things and send the package later? I'm not sure. Like
We have time, but whatever you prefer, Melody.
okay, yeah, maybe later because I just feel like sometimes the mapping there. Let me see.
Sounds good. We have people from Algeria joining. Hi, Maydi. Melody will upload this tutorial part that's controlled by Face Tracker, and as always, I will put it in our Effect House Live Discord channel. So don't forget to check in there to see whether. To look for the project file. But I think that's the end of the lesson today. Melody, it was absolutely a pleasure talking to you, learning all this stuff. Thank you so much. And I think everybody
Cool.
really enjoyed the lesson as well because Farron410 said, I love Effect House. And the Far Out Mind says, thank you for having me. There's so much to learn. It's a lot of fun. So I feel like you taught us so much.
Okay, cool. Thanks everyone. Hope you enjoy it and have a good day. Yeah.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Melody. Bye, Hua Hua.
Bye. Bye everyone. Have a good day. Cool, cool.